Hello everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. So in this video we are going to learn how to create a respond.io contact from Salesforce lead. So here in this case I want whenever a new lead is received in my Salesforce account, automatically using that lead details, a new contact should be created in my respond.io account. So to automate this process, we will use an automation software named as Pabbly Connect, in which we need to connect our trigger and our action. So in this process, our trigger application will be Salesforce and our action application will be respond.io. So to learn this process step by step, let me take you to my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in this video, we are going to learn how to create a new respond.io contact from Salesforce lead. So to automate this process, we will use an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. This is the homepage of Pabbly Connect. You can visit this page by simply browsing for the URL pabbly.com/connect. Here you can see two options that are sign in and sign up free. If you're a new user, click on sign up free and get 300 tasks every month to explore the software. And if you're an existing user, click on sign in. Here I'm an existing user, so I'm clicking on sign in. After signing in, you can see all Pabbly apps window where you can see all the applications of Pabbly. Here to integrate my applications, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. This is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here you can see a create workflow button on the top right corner. Here to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this button. Now in this create workflow dialog box, we have to give a name to our workflow. So here I'm going to give the name as create respond.io contact from Salesforce lead. And now I'm going to select my folder as contacts. You can select your folder as per your need. Also you can create multiple folders to save your workflows accordingly. And now to create a workflow, I'm going to click on this create button. Now here in this workflow window, you can see two most important principles of an automation process, that are trigger and action, where trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means action is a response towards our trigger. Your automation can have a single trigger but multiple action steps. Now let's begin with our automation by simply setting up our trigger. So here I'm going to select my trigger application as Salesforce and my trigger event as new lead. And now to connect my Salesforce with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your Salesforce account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now I'm going to click on this connect with Salesforce. Here I'm going to give access to Pabbly as your data is secured with Pabbly. And authorization successful. So here it easily got connected because here I was already logged in my Salesforce account. So if you want to build an easy connection, then make sure you are already logged in your Salesforce account. So now moving forward, here it is asking for instance URL, which is a required field. And here in the instruction it says enter the instance URL here. Get your instance from setup, left sidebar, company settings, company information, then search for instance. It looks like AP16, AP12, etc. If your instance is AP16, then the URL is https://ap16.salesforce.com. So here to get my instance, let me take you to my Salesforce account. Now here in Salesforce account, from the left sidebar, scrolling little down. Now here under settings, you can see we have received a company settings. And under this, we are going to select company information. Now here under company information, we have received so many details. From here, you can see I have received the instance, which is AP16. So moving back to Pabbly window. Here, as you know, my instance is AP16. So here I'm going to copy this URL only. And here I'm going to enter this URL. So now here after entering instance URL, we need to receive a new lead in Salesforce so that we can receive a trigger response. So for that, let's go and generate a new lead. So this is the form which I have created. Here I'm going to enter a dummy data and do a test submission. So here I'm going to enter the first name as dummy, last name as user, email as dummy123@pabblytunes.com and a random phone number. And now I'm going to click on this submit. And here we have successfully submitted a response. So now let's move back to Pabbly window. And here to receive a new response, I'm going to click on save and send test request. And here you can see we have successfully received a response where we have received the phone number, name, scrolling down, email and other details. So with this, we have successfully set up our trigger. Now let's move to action step. Here I'm going to select my action application as respond.io. And my action event as create a contact. And now to connect my respond.io with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your respond.io account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, it is asking me to give a token. So following the instructions given below, here I have already logged in my respond.io account. From here, I'm going to select settings. And now here in settings, under workspace settings, I'm going to select integrations. Now here under integration, I'm going to select developer API. And here in developer API, you can see we have received the option of add access token. So here I'm going to click on this. And here you can see we have successfully generated a new access token. So here I'm going to copy this access token. Moving back to Pabbly window. Here I'm going to enter the token. And now I'm going to click on this save. And here you can see we have successfully built a connection. So now moving forward, here it is asking me for identifier, which is a required field. So here for my contact, I want my identifier should be email. So here I'm going to select the email. Moving forward, here it is asking for identifier value. So here I need to enter the email. So instead of entering the data manually, here I will map the data. Mapping data means insert data from previous step. That means here I will map the data from the response I have received in my Salesforce new lead. Mapping makes our text dynamic so that whenever a new lead is generated in our Salesforce account, automatically this previously existing details will be updated with the new one. So here I'm going to map the email. Moving forward, here it is asking for first name and last name. Here I'm going to search for the first name. Here I'm going to map the last name. Moving forward, here I'm going to map the phone number. Again, here I'm going to map the email address. Moving forward, this language, profile pic, URL, country code and other fields are not required. So here I'm going to leave them blank. If you want to add any other detail, then you can do it as per your need. So now moving forward, here I'm going to click on save and send test request. And here you can see we have received a successful response where we have received the message as contact added successfully. So now let's go and check our respond.io account. So here in respond.io under contacts, you can see we have created a new contact with the name dummy user, email as dummy123@pabblytudes.com and a random phone number. So with this, we have successfully set up our automation. Now let's test our automation to check whether it is working or not. So to test our automation, we need to create a new lead for our Salesforce account, and for that, let me take you back to the form. So here I'm going to add another dummy data and do a test submission. So here I'm going to enter the first name as demo, last name as user, email as demo123@pabblytudes.com and a random phone number. And now I'm going to click on this submit. So here we have successfully submitted a response, but it may take some time to create a new contact because here our Salesforce is a pooling based application. That means the new response will be captured in next 10 minutes. So it may take 10 minutes to capture the new response. So now let's wait for some time. So now it's been around 10 minutes. So now let's go and check our respond.io account. And here you can see we have successfully created a new contact with the name demo user, email as demo123@pabblytudes.com and a random phone number. So with this, we have successfully tested our automation. Now let me summarize this whole video for you. So here we have taken a trigger as Salesforce and an action as respond.io so that whenever a new lead is generated in a Salesforce account, automatically using that lead details, a new contact should be created in a respond.io account. If you want to use the same workflow, then you can find the clone link in the description box below. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, you can integrate many other applications with Pabbly Connect. If you have any doubt, you can contact us on support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, you can contact us on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, then you can contact us on www.pabbly.com. If you liked the video, please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends.